Hey, it's Code Stacker and Hashlips back here, and we are going to talk about what is a blockchain today. Welcome back, Daniel. How are you doing?
I am fine, Jesse. Thanks for having me back. I'm very excited. What is a blockchain? Very important for people to understand before they get into it.
It is. I mean, before you get into crypto and all these other things, you kind of need to understand what a blockchain actually is. And I think that the easiest way to explain it is it's a database. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think, it is a big database. It's kind of the source of truth for, transactions, contracts, all these kind of things. It needs to live on a blockchain, right? Which means that that's the as true as you can get to the truth of that transaction. That's the blockchain, right? Overview look over it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I think what makes a blockchain, different from other databases is that most databases are stored on some central server somewhere where it's maintained by some central corporation, whereas a blockchain is decentralized. It's housed on multiple computers all over the world, completely independent, and have that independent verification of the transactions and whatnot. And so that's what differentiates it from other databases.
Yeah, I would say that's correct. I mean, it depends on peers hosting nodes, and just in a brief sense, why is it called a blockchain? Well, it's because a blockchain consists of these little things called blocks, which is in essence just a little piece of state in time and a proof that that transaction was there, right? And each block is connected to one another by the previous thing called a hash. So it knows that this block comes before this one, and this one becomes before this one. So it creates a chain of blocks. And I guess that's where the name comes from. That's just a visual representation, right? But code wise, how would you say
Mhm.
blockchain works?
Well, like you said, you've got all of these different blocks, and so as a block comes in, it gets verified by someone on the blockchain, and that goes back to the previous block to make sure that it is accurate, and so in a way that you can keep these in a chain, and they're you're never you can never fake one. To validate one requires the previous one, and so on. And so from the coding aspect, uh, that's how they kind of link together again, like a chain, link of chains and all blocks all together.
Yeah, I mean, and why is it so secure, right? That's why we use blockchain. It is decentral, not centralized. It depends on people using the blockchain, and also you get things called validators. And how do we make sure that that block is in sequence? Now, the more people who host these nodes, creates a consensus of making sure that that block is indeed what it says it is, and it indeed fits here before the next block. And the more nodes that people host that validates that fact, it creates a security system, and they can move to the next block. And that's why
Mhm.
the blockchain works so well, because it is really hard to hack. In order to break a blockchain, you would literally have to access at any given time more than 50% get control over all the nodes being hosted, so you can fake and say that that block is valid, which is really not impossible, which is really impossible seeing how many nodes are out there.
Exactly. And then like what are blockchains used for? So of course we've got a cryptocurrency and NFTs, and what else? What can a blockchain be used for?
Well, I guess the main thing is for being a currency, right? That is what Bitcoin is. But what people also need to understand is that you get different variants of blockchain. So the Ethereum chain is a blockchain, but it also allows you to execute code in the form of smart contracts, which is interesting. And this is something that makes Ethereum so unique. And, that's why it can serve as a currency as well. But you can really run your own pieces of code on the EVMs, and then that in itself creates a lot of value. for Ethereum. Whereas you look at Bitcoin, which is just a normal currency that people can use to trade assets with. So blockchains can really be used for a lot of things. It doesn't always have to be just currency or utility and smart contracts. A normal company can set up a blockchain just to prove that the information going around in the company is legit and stays a central source of truth. So inside a company, you can create a smaller blockchain. The bigger blockchains that we know today is just global. So it just depends on which scale this is executed.
Yeah, so I guess in simplest terms, it's just a way to securely store information.
Absolutely.
So
Securely store
yeah,
information and have it be accurate, and also make it very hard for hackers to fraud transactions on the block.
exactly. And so there, like you said, there's several different blockchains. There's the Bitcoin, there's Ethereum. What are some of the other ones? I know there's like layer twos, like Polygon, Binance. Like what is Binance? I'm not even familiar with like that whole ecosystem.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you look at how Ethereum is running, Ethereum allows you to execute smart contracts on, the blockchain, and this is the same thing when it comes to Binance, which is just a completely different chain. And then it's exactly the same as Ethereum, but they have different ways of doing things. The same goes for Polygon, which is seen as a layer 2 of Ethereum, and it's running exactly the same way as Ethereum, just on a side chain. It actually runs next to Ethereum, and the way it keeps up to date and makes sure that it's the source of truth. Every now and then, maybe they bridge over. They make sure that they are synced in some way, and there are these things called bridges that you can cross over to the other one. It is really for me as a beginner, and this is why we're making the video, right? First, understand that a
Hmm.
blockchain is just a way to securely make sure that transactions happen, and people get the money to the other side securely, safely, without any interference. And this is due to the consensus on the block. And once you understand that, you'll more likely understand why side chains exist, why Binance chain exists. Most likely Binance chain came out because they could make it cheaper, to do transactions. Polygon came out because it's faster as well as cheaper, because it doesn't have to communicate, to the source of truth the whole time. It does it in different ways that they've optimized. So yeah, you get a tremendous amount of
Hmm.
blockchains these days. It depends on personal preference, and what you believe in is the next big thing.
Yeah, I think we've done an okay job of explaining the blockchain in this video. I hope it's helped everyone out, and we'll see everyone in the next video. Thank you all.
Cheers. Thank you so much.